Convicted double murderer David Tamihere returned to the Auckland High Court today in a last-ditch effort to clear his name. Tamihere spent 20 years in jail for the murder of Swedish tourists Hoglin and Heidi Parkinnen, but he has always maintained his innocence. Catrin Owen reports on the opening day of his Supreme Court appeal.
David Tamihere has 3 days to convince the Supreme Court to quash his convictions for the 1989 murders of the Swedish backpackers. The now 72-year-old maintains he suffered a miscarriage of justice. His lawyers say their client didn't get a fair trial, citing the evidence of 2 trampers and the now convicted perjurer Roberto Conchi Harris.
When you look at the trial that Mr Tamihere received, a trial that proceeded on a theory that has since been abandoned, propositions that have been abandoned with it, was tainted to a meaningful degree by perjurious evidence of a prison informant, was tainted arguably to a meaningful degree by other evidence that was proved false.
Tamihere spent 2 decades behind bars for killing Heidi Parkinnen and urban Sven Hoglin. Hoglin's remains were found in 1991 after Tamihere had already been convicted, in a place that was 75 kilometres south of Crosby's campsite, where the Crown originally said trampers had seen Tamihere with Heidi Parkinnen. Her body has never been found. Lawyer Murray Gibson told the Supreme Court justices that Urban Hoglin's watch that Tamihere had allegedly passed on was actually found on his body, and that the late Sir Robert Jones had made an affidavit claiming he was confronted by a senior police officer a day after Tamihere was convicted.
Jabbing me in the chest, he said, "I'm telling you, the bastard did it. I got him on 3 points. I made them all up." But he repeated, "The bastard did it." This acknowledgement was made by a senior police officer who made a declaration against his own character and professional reputation.
When you combine all those facts, in my submission they must amount to a trial that has gone fundamentally off the rails, or to a defect that goes to the root of the proceedings.
Courtroom 11 was packed today, mostly with law students, as the 5 Supreme Court justices began to hear Tamihere's appeal. He's always denied murder and told me he's feeling optimistic about the proceedings, which represents his last chance to have his convictions overturned.
Once Tamihere's lawyers have made their case, the Crown will get its chance over the next 2 days to argue why they say David Tamihere's convictions should stand.